Hi, today we're going to be unboxing Toys R Us exclusive, only a Toys R Us exclusive, Transformers Evolution 2-pack. We get the 1984 Transformers Autobot Grimlock from the G1 series, and we also get the 2014 Transformers 4 Transformers Age of Extinction, movie number 4 in the trilogy series of Transformer movies, Grimlock. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you get an old G1 series just kind of remade and remastered, and you get the new Grimlock version. So, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's the Grimlock made by Hasbro. The artwork on the side has, I don't know if this is a comet or an asteroid. Someone out there who studies astrology, please let me know in the comment section if this is an asteroid or a meteor. But it has a cool Autobot logo in there. Also, there's another one on top. This one's a little bit smaller than this one, obviously. Nothing too much on the side except, 24 of 30. Then you have 30 2014 Transformers Dinobot Leader. So this is the leader class, I guess it would be. Yeah, it should be a leader class. Although I think leader classes were a little bit better, but smaller than Voyager class type Transformers. Then we have what it says Authentic Transformers. Getting a little on the back here, we see what it says Grimlock. One classic fitter. 7 steps to transform him, both in Silhouette's dinosaur mode and robot mode, holding his sword. And we also get Transformers Age of Extinction Grimlock. Now this one, I believe it or not, it's not actually a Silhouette. He is a Contarosaur or something like that. I don't remember the exact name because it's kind of hard to pronounce it. But he is kind of like the sub-version of Silhouette that has the horns on his head. So, yeah. I believe his name is a Carnosaurus? I don't know, it's hard to pronounce, but yeah. So, that's like the other one. And this is, of course, his robot mode. He's holding a big club-like mace. Almost a Morningstar, but Morningstar is a more round and got a short handle. This is more of a square design to it with a long handle for his weapon. He also has like 2 little prawn type blades at the end. But if you notice, his little motif for his robot mode is actually more of a knight or a samurai. His armor looks more like a knight from the Middle Dark Ages. But his little helmet here looks more like a, let's take a better look at the front, something like a Shogun samurai helmet would have. Now, this one has a lot of gold on him, on the toy. I believe in the movie he's going to be this all gunmetal gray color, kind of like how we had in the original first 3 Transformers movies where all the Decepticons were like gunmetal type of gray color, which I personally did not like. I liked it like how the Autobots, in the movies were like colorful. Optimus Prime had his blue with red flames, and Bumblebee has yellow and black design. That's what I love. But queuing them all in gunmetal gray, not the best idea, okay, Hasbro, especially for like your villains in the movies that you make them. I like how you did it in your cartoons, Well, each villain had like their own color, which matched their own little scheme for their personality. So if they were like a plane, a car, whatever, insert So yeah. So let's get this unboxed, shall we? The instruction sheet seems to be a little stuck in here. There we go. Now the background on the bots actually looks pretty cool. You got kind of like this old G1 robot symbol head logo there, and for a very small part of the corner you got like the G1 series grid going on back here type of design. And then for a good majority of the bots you got like this little asteroid or comets with the robot logo in there, and then you got like all these schematic blueprints, which looks really cool. Like see, that's almost like Optimus Prime's head, and then you got like this other head which looks pretty cool. I mean, good choice between the two heads. I would go for this one. And then you got the hands, big, blocky, more mobile and more articulation. And here's a side-by-side the helmet. So those two helmets, we get a good side-by-side view here of which one looks, what they would look like. Nice pictures of Grimlock and what appears to be schematics for both Grimlocks. Really cool. Although one is obviously Optimus Prime, which you can kind of tell because you might be able to see it better on this picture. The little smoke stats. So yeah, just thought I'd show that out there, you know, because when the figures are on the page, you really can't see it too good. But yeah. So let me find my tool here to get them out of the packaging. They actually hold together with these little plastic tie downs, which comes off pretty easily, I would say, compared to like other tie downs that they used to use. Let's see, his sword is a bit tricky to get out, but there we'll take his sword out. There. And yes, you do get a lot of these tie down little pieces everywhere. So that's kind of annoying. The OG one is a little more stiffer in here to get out than the others. And he has a lot more tie downs, which you can't really see him until you try to take him out of the little plastic container here. I mean, it's kind of a hassle, but it is a nice presentation that they did do for display purposes. You know, if you want to keep in the display box. But other than that, let's kind of get him propped up here. Which I think he just kind of leans back. He doesn't really prop up too much, so he's kind of more of a bat leaner, I guess you'd call it. Yeah. I'm looking, he doesn't seem to want to lean forward too much. Come on. Lean, Grimlock. Lean forward. So he's one that's going to be hard to pose, pretty much. And we'll just give him his sword, which this one appears to be left-handed. But first, let's take a look at the sword. Pretty cool design for the sword. And there he is. Let's take a look at the new Grimlock's weapon. Now, one thing that we do notice is on the box they showed this little bottom piece here to be painted black, and it's actually not. Yeah. But you can detach this part right here for some reason. So you could kind of hold it like a little spear, I guess. Don't know what you would actually do with this part. I guys kind of chucked it to throw at some Decepticon, but it just snaps right on in there, which is a little tricky. It doesn't actually snap. There is a little piece that is shaven off on one side, so it kind of peds in a certain way. It's not a round ped, but it does kind of go in there a particular type of way. And then, of course, we have the new one, which will just kind of fold his hand up a bit. And this new Grimlock seems to be a right-handed type of Grimlock. And he can hold his weapon like that. Although I would say his weapon kind of makes him a little more front-heavy. So you really gotta pose his feet, but he does stand a lot better than the G1 series. So here's a side-by-side comparison of them. So you can see the difference in the size. Let's kind of turn to the side here. Again, there is a big size difference in height. As for width, about the same width, I would say. Although with the new Grimlock, his legs do seem to be spaced out more than the old G1 Grimlock, which seems to be a little bit more tighter. Another thing, if you watched the original G1 series of Transformers, do you remember Grimlock kind of had some intelligence to him, and he actually had a voice, and the way how he talked was kind of fun, or funny if you would. He'd be like, "Me, Grimlock, me, leader of Dinobots." And for all the new release trailers of the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction footage that we've seen, we do not see anything that indicates that this new robot-dino leader, Grimlock, has a voice. So, is he going to be kind of like Bumblebee? Or is he going to be like, I want to say Jazz, but it's not Jazz. Who's the other guy who is zero to Jazz? I just forgot his name. It'll come to me probably later on this thing. Yeah, I still can't feel it offhand real fast. Prowl, that's what I'm thinking of. Prowl. How Prowl is kind of like a ninja. So I don't know if he's going to be the strong, silent type, that his action speaks louder than his words. Or is he actually going to have a voice, but is it going to be different from the G1 series? But the G1 series, as we obviously know, and if you watch the G1 TV show, or own any of the G1 Transformer DVDs, you know that, Grimlock was like, "Grimlock doesn't like Decepticons." And he kind of taught like a little slow war where he paused, sort of, in between each words, and his vocabulary was very limited. I hope we get something like that with this new Grimlock in the movie, and I do hope that he does talk, instead of just stand there and be like, "Yeah, I'm here, I'm a dinosaur, I transform, yeah, I'm the leader of the Dinobots," whatever. So it would be nice if he did talk. But for his whole warrior type of style that he's got going on in the movie, it would be nice, if you kind of had a little bit more intelligence than his G1 counterpart. And it was kind of like, "Dinobots, let's attack!" More like an Optimus Prime attitude type of thing going on with him. That would be really cool. I mean, he's a Carnosaur. Or a Carnosaur. He's like the T-Rex with horns. He's got like a medieval, mid-dark century type of armor with going on, like for his legs, I would say. But for his, and I guess also for his little feet, and probably for his show his birth, and it could go both ways for his little skirt that he has on the side, right here. Those could either go for like a Japanese samurai or I guess a knight, but his head looks more of a samurai type of head than a actual knight head. So yeah. Now we're going to go back in this one for his articulation. Arms do rotate 360 degrees, as you can see. The arms, it's on a snap joint or a ratchet joint. There is rotation around there. You can actually move it up and down. No hand rotation at all. Same for both things. His legs can go forward, back slightly. They do not go out. He does have some ratchet lower knee joints, I guess you could call it. And his head does rotate. That's pretty much all the articulation for G1. Remember, he was a limited type of fitter all around. Now the new one, blades in, out, back, forth. Well, actually back, it doesn't go forth because of the little skirt flap in front there. He does have a lot smoother, but there is sort of a ratchet joint system. You don't hear the ratchets quit on his knees, but you could feel it. His toe actually kind of goes back and forth. Shoulder, arm all the way around, in, out. He does not actually have any elbow joints. Actually, I take the bet, he does have an elbow joint. You know, so because kind of like he's pounding on his chest like, oh, giving a war cry. Hands, they do not do anything, so they are just there. Head does not, oh, head does swivel. Yikes, but not all the way around. It may look like it could swivel all the way around, but it doesn't, and I kind of pop his head off, so off camera I'm going to have to kind of get his head back in there, and it does not pop on, it kind of slides on, which is going to be a real pain to get it on. So yeah, I'm going to say for the most part his head is limited. It does actually rotate. You probably could get it to rotate all the way around, but it's going to come off, so don't really put his head in any type of poses to it, like all the way to the side. But yeah. So let's actually transform the Easy G1 series Grimlock, because you know he's only 7 steps to do. So let's see here. Nope. We only have one paper on the big guy. Huh. Okay, that's a little weird, you know. There's only one instruction sheet for the new movie one of Grimlock. There's actually nothing for the old one, which is disappointed. Oh, one little feature is that they are saying that there is a little spot back here to put his weapon. Let me see here. This weapon looks like it just lays in there. Kind of. How does this weapon go? Kind of like this, I would say. Ah. No? What are they talking about here? They are saying that his weapon can be stored on the back. Somehow his weapon stays It's supposed to say on the back, but it doesn't. So, we'll just forget that one for the moment. Oh, here it is. For the original Grimlock. You kind of hardly notice that, but you notice all this one. So, let's see, how do we actually transform him? Yikes, this is going to be kind of hard since I do not actually own the original G1 version, so I don't really know. I'm guessing something like this. So I'm actually going to start with his head first. And wow, I did not notice this, but there's actually another head in here. Cool, so he's actually got 3 heads. That is pretty cool. And it looks like they're supposed to snap in, but it's not snapping in. Huh. Okay, I'll leave his head off for the moment. Tail part looks like just flips up little hero spurs. Connects these 2 tabs together. They kind of rotate around. This flap came off. Then they snap in. Tail comes back to close. Just put the feet in. Or the hands in to its actual dino feet. And then push to get his head mode down, I guess you could call it. And there is G1 Grimlock in dino mode, which does not actually want to sit too much, which I have no idea why. Oh, I'm supposed to push his feet up, I guess, or back. I believe they go back. And it kind of looks like he really needs to sit on his tail to stand, which his legs do kind of walk out, I would say. But yeah, you can open up his mouth just a little bit. And his head can go down and up.